Wintering by Donna Ashworth. You may think yourself lazy or flawed, yet your body is made of almost exactly the same elements as the stars. Your bone composition matches perfectly the coral in the seas, and you, my friend, are ruled by the moon and the sun, the tides and the planets, whether you like it or not. So no, you are not lazy. You are not late. Nature is simply pulling you to slow, like the life, flora, and fauna around you. It is not your moment to rise. Look around you. It is winter. You are wintering, and you are right on time. Hello, friends, and welcome back to my New England story. As you can see, today we are in a room of my house you really haven't seen too much of, and it is one of our spare bedrooms. Now, the reason I'm up here is because Mark is currently completing a project downstairs that consists of using saws and hammers and all of the lovely noises. So I decided to come up here so we could just have a quick little chat and have a little more peace and quiet. Today here in New Hampshire is a wintry, snowy day. And what a better day to get cozy and talk about wintering. Now, when I looked up the definition of wintering, it says that wintering is a time to embrace the season, the act of slowing down. It's a time to recharge and do things that bring you peace and joy. It's also a time for self-care, and you're not being selfish. So let me begin by saying the poem that I read to you at the beginning of this video was from a woman called Donna Ashworth, and I just discovered her a couple of weeks ago on Instagram. And she has several books out. Most of them, I believe, are poems, but they are, they're just beautiful. If you get a chance, go to her Instagram. And she had one called Wintering, and that is what I read to you at the beginning of the video. Now, after researching the term wintering, I thought this is something I have been doing naturally for years. And when I say years, I'm going back to, even my middle school or high school years. Now, let me say, I have always lived in the part of the U.S. where we have 4 seasons, and those seasons change. And of course, after all of the hustle and bustle of Christmas, I was ready to just kind of slow down and maybe pull out a craft I've been wanting to work on, or a new craft to try, a book that I really wanted to get into. And of course, I wanted to be cuddled in a warm blanket, that kind of thing. Now, when I had young children, I still did it, but just to a certain extent because I didn't have all of the time. This is a time of life that I do, and I have to say I enjoy it. And I feel that my body really kind of needs this time to just slow down and do something that I enjoy. It's fine if you want to just take a nap in the afternoon. Your body's telling you you need that. So in today's video, I thought I would share with you how I am wintering. And I don't want you to feel that you are being lazy or that you feel guilty because you're not rushing around and doing things. This is nature telling us to maybe slow down a little, relax. It's good for the mind and the body. So let's go ahead and get started with how I am wintering. And please, I would love it if you would share with me below in the comments, with all of us, how you take this time to just kind of calm down and recharge. Okay, so let's get started. I don't know about you, but after the holidays, I start to really crave good, nutritious, a little more healthy food. And it has been so cold and windy here in New Hampshire that I wanted a warm, comforting dish And I found exactly that in this cottage pie. Some may call it shepherd's pie. To be honest, I did use a basic recipe, and I will link that below. But I was also trying to use up a lot of the veggies that I had on hand. So I did add more than you normally would find. But that's okay, it makes it healthier. The other thing I wanted to add also is regarding the broth. You can use a beef broth. Some will use a Guinness beer or a stout beer. I feel that makes it a little more of an Irish shepherd's pie, and it gives it a little bit of that stout beer flavor. This recipe checked all the boxes. I used up a lot of what I had on hand, and it was just a very warm, comforting dish, and it made a lot, so it gave us several meals. I do the best that I can in eating clean, whole foods, and I do feel so much better when I do that. Obviously, we all fall off the wagon every once in a while, but I'm trying to stay away from sugar as much as possible at this point. I also joined a local yoga studio, and I liked what they were promoting for the month of January. You pay one fee, you go to as many classes as you wish, and I have gone to a few already, and it just feels so good. I am a person that I need to be stretching every single day, and it makes such a difference. It's always a sad day for me, the day we have to take down our Christmas tree. It adds such a cozy feel to any room, and I just love it. But this year, I just took my time, and I took down each ornament and really sorted through and organized as I put them away. And that was just so gratifying in itself, not just throwing it in a box and putting it away for another year and having to deal with it next year. So it just made me feel so much better knowing everything was sorted, organized, wrapped so nothing gets broke, and I don't have to worry about it when I pull the box out next year. I remember years ago as a young bride receiving some paperwhite bulbs as a Christmas gift, and I wasn't quite sure what to do with them. So obviously I figured it out, and it just started a new tradition for me. However, what's different about me than some other people, I know a lot of people will plant the bulbs prior to Christmas so they have a bloom at Christmas time. Whereas I've chosen to always do it after Christmas because it gives me something to look forward to in January or February when hopefully they bloom. Now here I'm actually planting some hyacinth bulbs. When I was at the Red Lion Inn down in Stockbridge, they had some in their store. He did confess, he said, I ordered them by mistake. I'm not positive they will grow, but go ahead and try it. So what the heck, I decided to try it. So here's my little indoor garden right in front of the window. I apologize for the lighting. Like I said, it's a snowy day today and it's very bright and hard to get some good footage. So as you can see, I planted some paperwhite bulbs. I have my hyacinth bulbs, and I did cheat. I purchased this little arrangement at Trader Joe's this week. I couldn't pass it up. It's always been important to me to create a cozy environment for my home year-round, but it is especially important for me in the fall and winter months. And I do that by adding a lot of warm, comfy blankets. I love pillows. It drives my family nuts sometimes, but I love having different kinds of pillows.
Of course, I always have plenty of candles. Whether it's real candles, battery operated, it doesn't matter. We've had this conversation before. I am a candle addict. I also prefer lamps over overhead lighting. I feel that adds a cozy feel to the room, which is all part of wintering. I also like to add maybe some background music, some soft, relaxing music. I feel that's a nice addition to making your room feel cozy. When I was around 10 or 12 years old, I had an aunt who taught me how to crochet and knit. Now I just have your basic skills, but I do enjoy it. And to be totally honest, winter is typically the time that I pull out my yarn again. This year I decided to finally try my hand at crocheting a basket. Over the years, I have purchased several crocheted, handmade, or store-bought, even some knit baskets, all shapes and sizes, thinking, well, I can try this, I can do this. Well, this is the year, and I am having a lot of fun with it. Believe me, the wheels are turning. I'm thinking of all of the things I would love to make. So we'll see how it goes. I put on one of my favorite old shows. Actually, it's not an old show, new show. All Creatures Great and Small. If you haven't seen it, please put it on. It's on PBS. I love it. Talk about a comfy feel. So I just bundle up in a cozy blanket, sit on the couch, relax as I'm hearing the wind blowing outside. It's freezing this day. And just crochet away. Who knows? I may end up with a house full of crocheted and knit baskets. I will say the process of wintering is definitely very therapeutic. We all need it, friends. We all need it. If you're interested in trying your hand at crocheting a basket, there are all kinds of videos on YouTube. That's where I learned how to do this. I am more of a visual person rather than being able to read a pattern. So if you're the same way, it's incredible how many patterns are online.
I thought I would just share with you what I have been reading and am currently reading. So let's start with Kindred Spirits. This is a book that my daughter Emily had bought me for Christmas, and I went through it rather quickly. I did enjoy it. It took place down in Connecticut mainly, and it was just a fun read, definitely a good gal pal book, and some sad parts. There were some sad parts at the beginning, but it was good. I don't want to spoil anything. I would recommend it. And I'd not heard of that author before. She's actually from Vermont. So then after that, I started in on Trust, a Pamela Kelly book. I have talked about her before. She's actually from Plymouth, Mass, and this book takes place in that area. And I would consider this a cozy mystery. So anyway, as you can see, I'm not even halfway through that one. So I'm currently reading that. And then I just got my Yankee magazine just a couple days ago. I haven't even broke into this yet. I have subscribed to this for many years, and I always look forward to sitting down and going through it every time I get it. So anyway, that is it. That is what I have read, am currently reading. And once I finish this, I will move on to something else. If you have any recommendations for good books or good authors, please comment below. I would definitely be interested in hearing what your recommendations are.
Thank you so much for joining me this week, friends. I would love to know how you are wintering. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you next time.